Boss amewasili. Boss amewasili. From the United States of America. Usiniite Mboya tena bro. Naweza chemuka sahi. Nikuitie mkubwa. So guys, this guy has been taking thousands and thousands of people to the United States of America, and he has landed here in Kenya to pick more people. Awapeleke majuu wasome. Scholars. Bazu mwenyewe inakuaje? Naona umelanda hapa na security tight.
Mambo.
Niko fiti kabisa. How was the flight?
Salama sana. Bana bit tired. Tumekuwa delayed kidogo New York.
Yes.
Alafu huko Europe, came through Belgium.
Huku kuja straight?
Hapana. Ile yenye inakujanga straight ni Kenya Airways. I was using another airline. Nice. So a bit tired though.
Welcome to Kenya.
Asante.
Yeah.
Naona Kanairo
unaona sasa hata uchumi ni mbaya, people are not even flying bana. Hiyo ni international. Kwa umekuja na private. Or you are the last person.
Actually wengine wako huko tu, nimetoka mkoa kwanza.
Nice. Karibu sana. Welcome. Tutapiga story. Pengine usikumiwe mzigo. Airport sasa ni kubaya mpaka unapewa security yako peke yako. Alipaka wapi? Amerika pia mnapewa nini hivi? Si unaona, apart from maybe other bad police, we also have good police officers. Karibu. Welcome to 254. When was the last time you were here?
Actually, I was here last year.
Last year?
Yeah, nakudanga.
Oh, wow. Yeah, so guys, welcome to Tumbili TIV. Guys, I'm still at the airport. Nimepatana hapa na big man mwenyewe. B.O.B. Yes. All the way from the United States of America. You know, these are countries lazima utumie there. Wewe sema the Kenya.
By the way, yeah.
Have you
been? How is it like that?
Sijui. Is there a country in Africa that you can start with there?
Yeah, the Gambia.
The Gambia?
Yeah.
Basi tunaijua tu kama Gambia.
But
Gambia is in West Africa.
West Africa.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow. So ni kama unapenda kusikiza rumba sana.
Sana. Hebu tuitoe ndio isinini kwanza.
Wazee ukumbuka. Ukwaje lakini?
Najua tukua pande ile. Huwa tunamiss sana what is pande hii. So you want to keep hebu niweke number kwanza. Sini 140 cancel. Sitaka mwenyewe. Ndio sioni, ndio sababu nilikuwa na taona. Yeah,
very nice.
Yeah.
So guys, we are here at JKIA, and the amazing guy here has landed. Na nikamgrab haraka. We've been in conversation.
Yeah.
I really wanted to know much about what you do. And also the Kenyan people pia wapate kujua kwa sababu right now people really want to cross the borders.
Anataka kuja pande ile nyingine.
Lakini rais anasema hakuna kwenye mnaenda bana. Tuteseke wote. So
tuteseke pamoja.
And they have the best way to do that. the passport takes long. Na ukiipata pia visa inachelewa.
Inakuwa ni ngori.
Hebu tuambie first of all bro, you are Kenyan 100%.
Yeah.
How did you find yourself out of the country? And what moved you?
Yeah, so by the mi naitwa Bob, naitwa Bob Mwiti. So I've been living in the US for the last 15 years. So nilienda huko 2009.
2009.
Yeah, nilienda kama student. So I went there for my masters.
Oh. Your degree you did where?
I did upper Strath.
Or Strathmore.
Nilikuwa nimefanya BCom accounting and finance. But growing up, grew up tu huko Meru. Mimi ni Meru huko kwa miraa.
In short we ni mshamba.
Yani ile as in
unatoka huko shambani we ni
huko ndani kabisa. Place inaitwa Gikumene. Gikumene. So that's why I grew up with my grandparents.
Wow. Unajua watu udhani sijui kulelewa na shosho, kulelewa ocha, that you can't make it out here.
You can't be something that you want to be. Yeah, you know, unajua hata kama umelelewa kwa shida, you know, things will always work out at some point.
Yeah.
So me, I grew up with my grandparents. So father yeye alinipata, my mom and my dad, wao walinipata wakiwa ma teenagers.
Oh. Wakiwa my youth man.
My youth, saa my dad alikuwa form 2.
We.
My mama alikuwa maliza class 8.
So you are like almost the same age as your parents.
Actually ukipata my dad, ukipata Mbuyu unaweza dhani is my big bro. Even my mom.
Form 2 is too young.
Yeah, at 17 alikuwa I think 17.
So they still together?
No, unajua ni ile hakuwa ati wamepanga or anything. So my dad nilizaliwa yeye akaenda his own ways. I never actually
you mind us driving as
tunaweza drive as we talk.
Driving skills zako za Africa.
Za hapa. You know the others huko kwingine we drive on the right.
On the right, yeah?
Hapa tuna drive on the left. So yeah, so Lily grew up na my grandparents. Actually me I never met my dad actually until I was 20 something.
Baka malize shule.
As in meeting my dad face to face, nilikuwa over 20. He came into my life when I was in form 4. Yeah, so nilienda local primary school inaitwa Gikumene Primary School. Ile ya kawaida tu ile mnaenda bila viatu, you know, all those kind of things. Yeah,
the name peke yake
inakuambia
ina summarize the life of the school. Gikumene, bro.
Gikumene Primary School. Yeah, so and then back in school I was actually a very bright kid academically. So
yani ulikuwa mimi, in short ulikuwa mimi.
Masomo iko inanishinda. By the way najua story yako, so najua so class I mean KCP nilipata plane A.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 2 points. 1997. Najua hiyo ni kitambo sana, sijui kama ulikuwa.
1997 I was like 4 years old. Bro, unapiga manze nikiwa 4 years. And you see those times education was education. Sasa angalia watoto ndo wale wanakuja. Wamelipa 3K wakuje airport.
Wanakuja kufanya ni kutembea?
Sijui. Au sasa unaweza pata ni Gikumene ni uniform.
Hapana, hii inakaa poa sana. Anakaa ni private. Sisi unajua uniform za public school wewe venye zilikuwa zinakaa mbaya. Papo sijui zinakaa
shati za yellow.
Socks za blue. Hatakuwa na socks.
Strip moja ya white.
Kwanza nakumbuka ile time nilikuja Nairobi ya first. Niliomba mpaka socks, viatu, kama neiba. Tulikuwa wamekuja music festivals. My friend. Anyways, so I grew up hapa, nikaenda Gikumene Primary School. I did well in school. Nikaitwa Nairobi School. Nilikuwa nimeitwa Patch.
So did you like make it to did your like parents or guardians, your grandparents afford to bring you to?
Hapana.
So uliitwa tu lakini haukuitwa.
Mazena venye nilikuwa yani hata kuenda kuitwa Nairobi School that was my dream school because I knew iko Nairobi. Mimi bro as in story ati za kuwa sijui na dream ya kwenda majuu. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. My dream was always Nairobi. Usikuwa nimekanyaga Nairobi. So unaona hata venye mna you choose your school yenye unataka kwenda. So me for the national schools nilikuwa mimi sikuwa nataka kuchoose kina Alliance sijui nini. Cause sikuwa najua Alliance wako na hii ama akina Mangu. So I was very sure though Nairobi school iko Nairobi because of the name Nairobi.
Unaweza ndani iko Kisumu.
Yaani akina Maseno hizo ma national schools zingine asikuwa ataka hizo Nairobi school. Cause ndio nilikuja Nairobi because that was my dream. So yeah, so that's how I ended up getting the school. But unfortunately because of poverty, of course I couldn't get into the school. Me, I always say, bana, poverty, my friend, there is no glory in poverty.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man. So anyway, I ended up going to a school called Nkobo High School. Iko huko Nkobo, sijui kama umeenda huko.
Nimekuwa huko.
Umeenda huko
kwa kina Jesse.
Huko kwa kina Jesse. Huko kwanza hiyo ni constituency moja ya Jesse yenye kwanza Jesse yenye alikuwa anataka kura huko. Yeah, so that's why I went to school. It's a pretty good school also. It's not bad. As in huko Meru, huko Mount Kenya East region inakuanga top school. Yeah, so that's why I went to school with a lot of struggles, school fees. Nikamaliza 2001 nikapata B+.
201.
Yeah, nikapata B+. Alafu I got an opportunity kwenda University of Nairobi. Nilikuwa nimeitwa kufanya BSc Mathematics hapa Chiromo campus.
Oh, Chiromo. I was there.
Chiromo. Ulikuwa Chiromo?
Yeah, I went to Chiromo.
Ulikuwa unafanya nini by the way?
Microbiology.
Okay. Kali
Microbio I21. Wewe ulikuwa
Miara sijui. Miara sijui. But you know, I was at the University of Nairobi for only three months.
3 months?
Yeah, so by that time, because sinakwambia venye nili struggle, hiyo nini tumelipa? Nakwambia venye nili struggle stories school fees and all that high school. So what really happened, nikiwa form 4, we started looking for my dad. Joshua akaanza kutafuta mbuyo. Parking fee 140 cannot be paid. Ken, hujalipa?
Sasa anaweza kuja akupay bill direct.
So what do we need to do?
Inakata?
Okay. Number ni 140 595 336.
Barabara ya Kenya
zime improve sana by the way.
Yeah, actually ranking ya juzi yenye ilitoka in Africa we are number 7 with the best roads. Yeah. Number 7, you know, out of 54 countries.
Yeah,
so we are doing
that's
well.
Not bad. Yeah, by the way, if you go to these other African countries, you know, kujanga kujua Kenya tuko mbele.
But again, you see, when you are here, you can't see anything.
You can't see anything.
You'll still complain.
You'll always complain.
Yes. Unasema ukienda huko nje barabara za Kenya ziko top ranking.
Yeah, I mean African countries though, si uko kwingine. Yeah.
Unasema Uganda.
Uganda, you know, I've been to Zim. My wife, she's from Zimbabwe, so we always go there.
Oh, Zimbabwe. How is
my shoes? But you can see there used to be like a lot of developments then, but which are not there anymore.
Oh, nice. So you're saying Grandi akaanza kutafuta mzae?
So nikiwa form 4 tukaanza kutafuta mzae because my school fees ilikuwa ngori because I couldn't actually register for KCSE. Unajua those days I think kama uko na school fees unaambiwa hapana, hautakuwa registered. So we had to start looking for my dad. So that's how we started looking for him, and I got to Akanini by that time. So what happened?
Yeah.
My dad in 1996, alitoka Kenya. Akaenda. Akaenda majuu.
US.
Akaenda UK. So but by the time also bado sikuwa, I was not in his life, so me I didn't know. Like nile tu ako life yake, of course, you know. But sasa So even that time that tulikuwa na tuna connect na yeye 2001 alikuwa UK already.
Yeah.
So somehow we were able to get hold of him, and that's how I came into his life.
So you went to UK ama he came to Kenya?
So connection of course, ako UK, mi niko huku Kenya bado sijatoka Kenya. Bado niko shule tu, bado niko form.
That was which year?
2001. Nilikuwa form 4.
To once communication bado ilikuwa chini.
Ilikuwa chini sana. Unajua ni ile tulikuwa tunaenda kwa manini kwa mabudha, alafu unapiga simu unangoja ama anasema unaambiwa kwa village huko sijui ata nini atapiga, those kind of things. That's how I used to communicate. Yeah, so he came into my life, and that's actually how my life changed completely from that point. Mazee nikaanza sasa
rich kid.
Bana, no, before that I was the poorest kid. Out of nowhere I was this rich kid. Mamngaro natumwa kutoka UK alafu mimi ni mshamba, unajua so vitu CD player, you know those early days bana, unajua I was the first guy in my village kuwa na CD player. Simu mimi nilikuwa na simu nyingine kali sana by the way. Ilikuwa inaitwa Ericsson T28. Bana, na sina mtu wa kunipigia. The whole village ni yeye tu.
Ulikuwa unacheza game za nyoka.
Zile nyoka na Tetris.
Sudoku.
Mimi bana, ile unatumia sasa mapounds. Yaani mimi nilikuwa nimezoea kupewa pokea so moja. All of a sudden, bana, mapounds ndizo zina flow. My friend. Anyways, I did well in class. Form 4 nikapata B+, nikaitwa Nairobi Uni kufanya BSc Mathematics. So nikakuja hapa nikakaa for 3 months. Alafu kakuwa na strike ama lecturers. So najua design ya public uni venye zinakuanga. And then my dad told me, that's when nikutafutie university uende private. That's actually how I ended up going to Strath. Sasa nika shift nikaenda Strath, nikaenda kufanya BCom. So I did BCom Accounting and Finance. And then I also did some ACCAs. And then also around that time before hata niende uni after kumaliza form 4 akaanza sasa is the one who started giving me the vibe ya kutaka kwenda majuu. Nakwambia mi dream yangu ilikuwa tu kuja Nairobi. Before then. Sasa ndio alianza kuniambia stories za kwenda majuu and all that. So by the time tumaliza class form 4, mimi nilikuwa nimeambia kila mtu sitakuwa Kenya. The following year mimi nitakuwa majuu.
Unauzia watu uoga.
Kila mtu kwa class yetu alikuwa anajua Bob anaenda majuu. Little did I know that hiyo process ya kwenda majuu, my friend, inakuanga kali sana. There's so many things zenye zinaweza enda wrong. So nilienda embassy na nyimwa visa mara ya kwanza. Nikaenda tena nikanyimwa visa. I got an opportunity kwenda kusoma huko. Sijui huko London University of what? Kufanya software engineering. So naenda na nilinyimwa visa mara ngapi? Mara 4. So ilifika mahali tukasema you know what, let me just stick around nifanye undergraduate hapa, alafu we'll see what will happen. So that's how I ended up. Sasa nikashiftiwa nikaenda Strath, nikaenda huko nikafanya BCom Accounting Finance, then nikamaliza to 2008. And by that time nikaanza sasa kufikiria kwenda kutafuta visa ya US. And that's how I ended up going to the US. Sasa nikaenda kutafuta visa ya US in 2009, nikapata at my 5th attempt ya visa. And that's how I ended up going to the US.
So this time you went with a different reason?
Well, not really. Nilikuwa unajua mimi, I think one of the reasons, because also people always ask me like, why were you getting denied visa? And yet my dad as in bank statements zangu zilikuwa poa, sikuwa na shida. But one of the reasons was nilikuwa tu mshamba. Sikuwa naweza kujieleza. That's one of the reasons actually why people get denied visas. Kama hujaijua by the way. Watu wengi sana unapata mtu ni msharp lakini kuongea akifika hapo kwa wazungu kuongelesha as in articulate the reasons why you are going, why you pursuing this course and things like those, unashindwa kujiexplain. Hautapewa visa. So that was really one of the reasons. Sasa otherwise hakuna kitu ingine ili change at sijui nini finances or documents, nothing. Okay. I just learned, you know, ile learned the hard way. So I fixed the problems that I used to have personally za kuongea and all those things, and that's how I got my visa.
So you went to the US, you had no relative there?
US sikuwa na relatives because my dad was in the UK. So nikaenda huko, nikaenda fanya MBA. I was going to do MBA in professional accountancy. Okay. At a school called Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Oh. Yeah, it's
Indiana.
Indiana, that's the city. There's a state called Indiana, but there is also a city called Indiana. So kwenye hiyo shule iko ni city inaitwa Indiana, but the state is Pennsylvania. So shule ilikuwa inaitwa Indiana University of Pennsylvania. It's a state university.
The most popular city in Pennsylvania
ni Philadelphia. Philly, yeah. Philly is quite big. Yeah. And with a lot of also black people. Yeah. Ukienda huko unaweza dhani uko Nairobi.
Kenya.
Yeah, but the closest big city yenye ilikuwa karibu na shule yetu ilikuwa Pittsburgh. Oh. Na the biggest team, najua follow American football.
Yeah.
Inaitangwa Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh. Team kali sana by the way. Hata hiyo time nilikuwa nimefika huko ndio walikuwa win league. Oh. Yeah, so anyway, so that's the school that I went to. Nikamaliza 2011.
Okay.
Yeah, then unajua ukienda majuba na after hizo struggle zote hautaki kukuja huku just like that. Yeah. Lazima utafute ka kitu,
lazima urudi na mfuko. Now you started, what inspired you to now start even helping people, especially people have interest na masomo?
Yeah, so when nili graduate, I got an opportunity kufanya kazi in the tech space as a systems analyst.
Yes.
I used to work for Fortune 500 companies huko, nikapostiwa Tampa, Florida. Actually, that's where I live, in Tampa, Florida. City inaitwa Tampa. The state is called Florida.
Oh, so Miami is just a city?
Miami actually tunaendanga to, it's just a city, but it's actually the biggest city in Florida. And it's really nice. Miami is good. Hata nilikuwa huko just like a week before, last week, before nikuja kupeleka watoi vacation and all that. But generally, Florida is a very nice state. Hakukuangi na baridi. Kama saa hizi huko kwetu kuna joto sana. Unaona hii Nairobi kuna baridi by the way. Huko kwetu kuna joto huko Florida because it's summer. And it's usually like that. It's like Mombasa. It's like Mombasa ya US sasa. Huko raha, kila kitu, and a nice one. You know, like beaches ziko very clean and all those things. Actually, we have some of the best beaches in the world. Huko Florida.
Florida has the best beaches.
Yes, guys. Yes. It's a tourist destination. Huko bado ndio kuna Orlando, huko hizo theme park akina Disney World. Hizo vitu zote ziko na huko.
Wow.
So very very nice place by the way. Very nice place to live. So nikapata job huko. Nilikuwa fanya na City Group. Nilikuwa systems analyst. Nilikuwa na implement nini zao za tech.
Okay.
As a systems analyst. And then venye niliingia huko nikaanza kuona venye yani kuna job, ni job one nilikuwa na job very nice actually, na kulipa $1 million plus a month.
$1 million?
Jamaa tu kawaida. Yes. Actually, my pay before I left the job nilikuwa nalipwa like 1.5 Kenyan money, yes.
Which are still in dollars is still a good
in
money.
Dollars I was getting like around 11,000.
11,000. Because you see, now the thing is, you see our economy and the American economy, unapata mse analipo chwani huku ama tuso kwa mwezi, sisi tunaona analipwa do fiti sana. Akienda huko ni maskini. So wewe ulikuwa maskini ama ulikuwa tajiri?
By US standards, I was actually doing very well because by US standards, for somebody, it's usually like 20%, less than 20% of Americans make the kind of money that I used to make as a family actually.
Less
I was
than
single.
20?
Less than 20, around 18%. Yeah, so
that
I
was like your first salary?
Yeah. My first salary actually.
Wait.
My first salary ilikuwa like around $1 million, alafu ikaongezwa kidogo. By the time nilikuwa na hata hiyo job ilikuwa imefika hapo almost like 1 point something depending na rate, because I was getting almost like about $11,000. And I was just a normal systems analyst guy. Mi hata nikiwa nafanya job corporate America, I was not really like a team manager ama anything. No, jamaa tu kawaida. And by the way, guess what? Nikitoka huku nikienda US, nilikuwa nafanya job hapa West kama teller, Equity Bank. Nilikuwa nalipa that 5K.
That 5,000 monthly?
That 5,000, yes.
Na hiyo ijakatwa bado?
Ijakatwa, ikikatwa nilikuwa na baki na like 28 hapo. Those days taxes hazikuwa zimekuwa kali kama siku hizi. So yeah, so venye nilingia kwa hiyo space nikaona venye kuna do mob, na alafu there was not many, sikuwa naona Waafrika wengi wakiwa wanafanya hizo jobs zenye nilikuwa nafanya. So nikaanza kufikiria I started thinking of how can I have people of my like kind of like my background waweze kupata opportunity kama hizo. That's when I started unajua mimi niko na hiyo entrepreneurship kind of like mindset. Kasema acha tu nianzishe kampuni yangu ya consulting company. Stories at tech and things like those. Alafu nikaanzisha. So basically initially tulikuwa na train watu hizo vitu za nilikuwa nafanya job ya ku set up system inaitwa Oracle Financials. Yeah. Oracle Financials. Without doing any programming, because mi sikuwa na program, nilikuwa nimefanya tu BComs. Mi sikuwa mtu wa computers by the way. But sasa venye nilianza kufanya hiyo job, unajua venye unaanzanga kampuni alafu unakuwa na challenges and things like those. One of the challenges was kupata watu wenye wanaweza fanya hizo vitu. Sasa venye nilianza kuona hizo challenges, kaanza kufikiria how can I kind of like get this kind of people wenye wanaweza fanya hizo vitu. And that's how actually I started thinking, of course, I can be able to help even people back home. Wakuje tu atafute opportunities huko. And that's how the Kenya Airlift program was born. Nikafikiria, since now I came to the US as a student, there's a lot of challenges that I faced throughout the process. Kutoka mavisa, kukua denied, even figuring out the schools. Although for me I always say like stories at door was really not one of the problems that nilikuwa nazo, because my dad was very capable. But there is a lot of Kenyans out here, or a lot of Africans, when they don't have the means. Kusoma US for example, kama kwenda fanya masters venye nilikuwa nimeenda, it's usually around almost 5 million. Actually more than 5 million kumaliza masters huko. That's tuition and living expenses. So how many Kenyans have like 5 million? Very few of them.
Very few.
So and also even that process ya kutoka hapa uende huko, it's costly in terms of air tickets, visa fees, there's some exams that zenye unafaa ufanye. Nairobi imekuwa poa. Unaona hii nini venye inakaa poa. Kwanza unaona vizuri sana kwa hii nini, kwa hii expressway. But this road is really nice. Hii kwanza venye watu walikuwa wanapiga huku, alafu hizo times za campaign wakisema sijui, unajua watu walikuwa na complain ati tunatengenezwa barabara lakini na tunachajiwa. Unajua US unalipia hivi tu.
You have expressways
kama hizi kama hizi na unalipa. Hakuna kitu ya bure. Unajua that's a capitalist world. Lakini huku watu walikuwa wanapiga makelele.
Hawajui tunaelekea huko America.
So anyways, so hata hiyo process ya kwenda America, of course also hata hiyo inakuanga tricky sana, because inahitaji the air ticket and all that. So I thought about it and I was like, you know what, I think I can solve that problem. And that's how I came up with the Kenya Airlift program with with the Apple.
Tell us about the first lot.
the Kenya Airlift program. So
tell us about the first lot that you took to America.
So tulianza 2018. Very slowly, by the way. Tulienroll 3 students. 3 only the whole year, man. Watu walikuwa nakataa kuingia kwa program. Unawaambia nakwambia umepeleka nani? Unajua now those early days you don't even have any success stories, unakwambia umepeleka nani wewe, which makes sense of course. So ndio wakuamini and then they were feeling like it was as if it was too good to be true. Because how can you figure out all those millions for somebody? They don't have to worry about anything.
Ni wakwetu
wamequalify, but of course I always tell people like nothing is entirely free. So you normally charge something $1,100, but rather than you having to worry about all the millions, you contribute something and then we are able to help you through the process. At least hata wewe hata banata uko umetoa kakitu. It can't be always be free everything, you know. Yeah, so to enroll 3 students. Our first student kwenda, unajua hiyo process ya kwenda US by the way, it takes a lot of time. On average about a year. Yes. Also depending with how far, because kuna exams zenye utafanya ukianguka una repeat, maybe ukinyima visa unaenda kuchukua tena, you know, it depends.
Yeah.
But our first student walienda 2020. You've been to the embassy or to the US?
To the US and to the embassy. I started with the embassy.
Okay.
It
Nice.
took me 7 months to get a visa. Hata nili give up along the way.
You see, Sasa, that's the, in fact actually that's the problem that most people have. Unaona mtu ofisi yetu by the way iko hapa next to GTC. But I think tupande tu hivyo kidogo tuchape story kiasi alafu tukuje hivyo chini.
Yes.
Yeah.
GTC, this is Nairobi.
Hapa GTC hapa unaona hiyo building ile mbele hapo, hiyo inaitwa the Mirage. Hapo ndio ofisi yetu. Sasa tutaenda hapo alafu hata nikuonyesha.
Oh nice. Mirage is the building next to.
Nimeambia my manager hapo watu ngoje. Mwambia niko na tumbili hapa.
Tooms.
Lakini tupande tu huko juu alafu turudi.
Guys, this is Nairobi 254.
Nairobi 254.
Sidhani msianze tumbili ya kwa America
Yeah, so hapa this one.
Right there is where the Airlift program.
The Kenya Airlift program iko hapa. Tower 1. Yeah.
So that's Mirage, guys.
That's the Mirage. So anyways, so tutaenda hivi tu alafu
tukuja hapo kutafuta ofisi.
Okay.
Nilikuwa na 10k wakaniambia hiyo 10k. Fuel gari urudi kwenye umetoka.
Yeah, so
yes.
So our first students actually tulipeka US 2020. 2018. Yeah, 2020 the first students.
Is when you started.
That's when we started. Alafu tukaenroll just 3. 2019 around 12 students. Like a month tulikuwa na enroll like just 1 student. Alafu unajua sasa it takes time to go through the process like at least a year.
Yeah.
And those early days there was a lot of things that we hadn't figured out.
Yes.
And then COVID hit. COVID ndio hiyo 2020.
And the same year you took your first lot.
Hiyo January the first student kwenda COVID kukafungwa.
So alikuwa na bahati.
Nilikuwa naona ni kama you know wanaitangwa those village witches.
Yeah.
Wamekuamulia.
That was crazy but it was an eye opener.
Yeah. So of course we took a while kupeleka wengine cause kila kitu ilikuwa imefungwa, you know, no travel, nothing. But then the program really picked up around 2021.
Yeah.
Kuna time yenye Jalas alinieka kwa show yake.
Yeah, I watched
ile bonga na Jalas.
Yeah, I watched it live.
Actually hapo ndio watu walianza kutujua what we do and all that. And that's when the program picked up.
Yeah.
We've been able to take over 500 students.
Yes.
500 students to the US. Wengine wameanza kugraduate.
Tulikuwa na wameanza kuleta wengine.
Wameanza kuleta ma families and things like those. So which is a good thing actually, because me I always say that for every 1 student when tunapeleka huko, you're basically impacting the whole village. Just 1 student, you know.
Yes.
Huyo tu mmoja afike pande hiyo. Yeah, so that's what we've been able to do so far in the program. Tuko na like around maybe 2,000 members when you're already through the process. It's a process that it's very lengthy.
Yeah.
Kuta saa zingine unaweza take even 2 years, although averagely it's like a year. Yeah, so kama hii August sasa we expect to take around 150. Yeah, it's August tunakuwa na intake mbili. August na January. But kuingia program unaweza ingia anytime. But kwenda huko shule shule huko they can only take you in August and in Jan. So August ndio inakuanga our biggest intake. So by the way tuko na nini? We have a huge event. Tunaitanga the annual luncheon. Tuko nayo tunakuanga nayo every year. Before tulikuwa tunaiweka huko Safari Park.
Yeah.
But saizi tuko nayo hapo naitwaje? Sarova Pan Africa. Next week actually, next weekend, 27th.
Next weekend.
Alafu tuna inviting like you know leaders wa country, a few people wenye wako kwa hii space ya higher education. Kama kwanza Dean wa University of Nairobi anakuwa best yangu sana, anakujanga sana. Na nina Johnson.
Walichange.
Akina Ireri. Dean of Students hapo University of Nairobi atakuwa hapo. Okay, hizo times za kina Magoa.
Kutoka 2017.
Yeah, so the dean himself, the VC, the dean.
Dean of students. I left Father Wambugu.
Father Wambugu. Sasa hizi ni huyo Johnson Ireri ndiye anakuanga huko. So yeah, we normally bring, people in the academia space and all that kuja kuongelesha. Basically what we do is celebrate students wenye wamepata visa na wanaenda. Yeah. So tuko na hii event, that's 27. Actually one of the reasons yenye niko huku, and of 27. Course other business 27.
Munaalika wachekeshaji.
Hata kwanza unafaa kuja by the way.
I need to come there and have a special performance.
Although inakuanga a bit si kuangi na vitu mingi sana, kukuja kule tu tuongee kidogo, and then of course also we bring some of our partner universities. Tuko na 25 universities zenye ni partners huko US and Canada. Yeah, so although the US is our biggest market. So also wanakuja some of them. So
what are like the challenges of the whole program? Kuna zile challenges
of course,
experience.
My friend,
apart from the students, maybe
that is usually a big problem.
Yeah, the disappointments.
Visa actually, it's usually a big problem. Although also within the program we have a very, very intensive visa coaching program.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day we don't really want you to get into the program alafu sasa unyimwe visa.
Kwa sababu ya vile ulienda kuji-express.
Hiyo kuji-express. Si mimi sasa mimi sitakuwa hapo ni yeye. But also because most people they've never interacted na wazungu, so saa zingine inakuwa shida sana kuongea, kuji-express, wanaogopanga sana. Najua wazungu by the way wanatakaga mtu mwenye unaonanga ile kimbelembele. Hiyo ndio wazungu wanatakanga. Lakini sisi
actually that's the whole thing. Me guys, I spent I think 5 seconds kwa hiyo dirisha peke yake and already had my visa. 5 seconds only.
Unapewa like less than actually 5 seconds, less than a minute. Na umetoka hapo. So ukienda ukijiongelesha na kimbelembele yako utapata visa. Lakini sasa ukienda ukiwa mhumble my friend, mzungu hataki kuona hivyo. So we normally try to help a lot students. But of course there is always those who get denied. And then what I normally tell students is you really have to be patient and also be resilient in this whole process, because just getting denied visa once does not mean that your dream ends. Because you can always try. Me, I was denied 4 times. I got there at the 5th attempt.
And I'm sure right now you are a citizen.
Sahi ni citizen.
Wow, nice.
So I've been there for those years. Nimekuwa huko 15 years. So first of all I transitioned into a work visa after kumaliza shule, and then after that nikapata green card. Kufailiwa tu juu ya job.
So ukiwa huko you applied for a green card.
But not myself, but my company yenye ilikuwa imenipea kazi. Ukienda huko sasa upate job poa, the company they file for you. Kwanza wanakufailia work authorization na visa inaitangwa H1B visa. It's for skilled workers. Kama wewe sasa, but also for them to file those kind of a thing, you have to have skills and Americans hawana.
I think I had that one.
Yes.
I sent my documents to the Department of Labor, I think in Philadelphia. Yeah.
So they have to inform. So Department of Labor ya US, they have to be satisfied that job wewe enye umepewa huko
extraordinary
ni extraordinary, yani hakuna mu-Americans wenye wako na hizo skills. So in fact actually that's one of the reasons yenye nilifanya ingia hii place ya space ya IT. Because mostly tech hata huko US ni Wahindi wako kwa hiyo space. Si wazungu sana, ni Wahindi. So nikaingia, alafu it's very easy to convince now the government or Department of Labor to actually approve your petition. Ndio sasa upate hiyo visa. But ni kampuni, si wewe una file, kampuni yenyewe ndio inakufailia yenye imekuemploy. So that's how I got it, and then wakafailia also the green card. Alafu sasa after hapo ukikaa as a permanent resident for about at least 5 years, you can start now process yako ya kukuwa citizen. Alafu sasa una maintain ya huko na ya huko.
Nice.
Nice.
So any other maybe?
So those are some of the challenges. Of course, these are the visas and all that. Initially, also getting partners with the schools also was a big problem, because also we didn't have any success stories as well. Unapiga, I always tell people, like, you get so many, sometimes some of these things that you do, big things,
Yes.
you get, you knock on so many doors, and then, you know, those doors, they are shut in front of you,
Yeah.
No, unapata no mingi sana before you get that yes.
Yeah.
So also even those universities actually was a challenge because, you know, took what mepeleka student to, you know, anywhere else, you know.
You are starting.
And then also what we do, because partnerships zenye tuko nazo na universities, what we normally do also, we negotiate watupe ma waivers, scholarships and things like those. Unaona, for example, kama shule ina cost, like, let's say for example to pursue a master's program, kama hiyo shule yenye nilikuwa nasomea ni 5 million.
Yes.
Kama hiyo shule yenye nilikuwa nasomea inatupeanga 1.2 million waiver ya students. Kama uko kwa program yetu, already umepewa nini? Waiver ya discount, 1.2 million out of the total. It's a lot of money.
Yes.
But also now the other remaining amount to finance through unsecured student loans. So what we do, we finance through unsecured student loans. By the program yet, even you don't need any collateral, sijui mkue na shamba ushikilie shamba ya babu yako ama anything of the sort. Nothing. So what we look for is you have to be very smart. And you have to be somebody who is willing to pursue STEM program. STEM basically means science, technology, engineering and math. So program yetu si ya kila mtu just out of there on the streets. You have to be very good. You have to be a very good student, because at the end of the day we are giving you money.
Yes.
So what we do, we work with tuko na partnership na banks za huko US zinatupea pesa. And we facilitate that to the students up to a tune of $100,000. That's like 13 million bana. Na unapea mtu ni unsecured. Na huyo jamaa hakuna kitu ameekelea. Na huyo mtu anaweza enda huko decide kurudi huku Kenya na utampata. Unajua huku Kenya hakuna ma systems za kupata mtu. And then additionally we also give, sasa hii pesa ya kurelocate, sasa ya air ticket nini kama wao wenye unasikia tunataka kupeleka hii August. Tumealipia kila kitu, air ticket, wenye watakaa air tickets, all those things. Sisi ndio tunalipa. Kazi yako tu ni kutoa 1,100 uingia tu kwa program, because also that money ndio tunatumianga kufinance relocation piece.
Yes.
But ile ingine ya kupanda hiyo ingine, because it's the biggest amount, hiyo tunatumia our lending partners wenye tuko nao kwa US, basically the banks on the other side.
So how do this come through, umelipia umse over umechukua loan ya over 13 million, hakuna kitu umse amekelea, ni akili yake tu.
Akili yake. Sasa wewe una hope huyu jamaa atamaliza apate job poa, aanze kulipa.
So how do you follow up that?
Make sure that amelipa. You see now huko very good question. Unajua huko America the systems there they work. Si kama hapa. Huko ukikataa kulipa, my friend, you will be in trouble in the sense that you'll never get any other financing after that. So utakuwa listed kwa CRB ya huko. You know, those kind of things. Na ni serious. So
mimi when I was nilikuwa nasikiaga Kenya huwezi pata visa ama huwezi toka nje ya nchi kama hujamalizana na HELB.
Kenya hapana. Kenya I think
they used to say that, but again tunatoka nje kama inzi.
West imekuwa busy.
Yeah, West is very busy.
So huko systems all work. So you don't really want to end up like that.
Yes.
Tuingilia hapa ama kuingia kwa ofisi ama tuende tu hivi. So
tuende tu mbele,
kuna nini
hapa, kuna barriers.
So ni systems tu.
Yes.
And then of course hata mtu mwenye hata courses zenye wanaenda kufanya huko ni they are marketable. Nimekwambia ni STEM.
Yes.
So everywhere across the world mtu mwenye ako na hizo skills za science, technology, engineering and math, chances za kupata jobs ziko high. So we don't just give money just to anybody.
But you also help them in getting the jobs.
Well, we do support. What I always don't like also people because there's always that misunderstanding that tunapeleka watu kwenda kutafuta kazi huko. We take you as a student.
Or as a student.
As a student. But the country of course it has opportunities. Ukifika huko, utatafuta kazi and then we will support you as in how to figure things out, with transition, how to create your profile nicely so that you can get, you know, like all that, you know, career, I mean, advice, career and all those things, we help with that. But see ati there is a guarantee that utapata kazi. Ama sasa tunakupeleka wewe uende ukafanye kazi. No. At the end of the day, we take you as a student. You are basically getting a student visa, uende usome. In fact, actually, the US government, they want you to come back. Hata kama uko na loan zetu. Lakini tunajua, unajua sisi ni wa Kenya bana. At the end of the day, hakuna mtu anataka kukuja hapa. At least kukuja kama hauna do. Of course, everybody want to come back. This is a nice country, but ukuja kama unaka kitu. So this is our office.
Yes.
Tuingia hapa.
So how do you deal with dropouts?
Dropouts zinakuanga
Ushaekelea do. Tena ana feel like dema ameenda huko ashapata mimba, ashaolewa na mzungu, sasa anaona hii masomo.
Well, I mean dropout on the other side ama dropout ya kuingia kwa program. Ya kuingia kwa program hizo tu unapatanga mtu kama haja succeed.
You feel like dropping out from the program is not that expensive. Now, how do you deal with dropping out of school after Osha investing millions? Someone now, because now they have to complete a job though.
Because normally the repayment na kuanga 10 years. You're the biggest chunk of the amount. The Kenya Airlift program. So hiyo inakuanga unalipa within 10 years. Yeah.
So you have to pay, like, for example, 13 million, you have to repay it in 10 years.
Yeah, but it's not necessarily that you have to take 13 million. Our lending partners facilitate up to 13 million, but generally, we don't encourage our students to take that big loan. Unakutanga umechukua tu just the first semester kutoka hapo bana, unajua there's a lot of opportunities, majobs ziko, alafu hata ma scholarships. Ukienda huko ukifanya vipoa by the masome huko by the kama wewe msem sharp, haiwezi kushinda. So we normally, a lot of our students actually have wako na hizo ma scholarships. After the first semester unakuta hata umelipwa kila kitu. So we also don't want, in as much as our lending partners can give you as much as unaweza niona kwa nini?
Nakuona.
Oh, okay. Hata kama tunaweza pewa as much as $100,000, we don't really encourage students to take that kind of a loan because it's too big. So ni loan tu kidogo alafu tu unalipa. So ulikuwa unauliza stories za dropout. Dropout
mtu pengine amechukua hata kama ni mita 5 ame
drop out. So we've not really had a lot of those cases. We've only had a couple of students wenye waliingia kwa program alafu wakaenda huko alafu sasa wakaenda kufanya vitu zao zingine, as in they were not really good students, and that's something that also we are also very careful.
Wamekuwa madanda from nowhere.
Unajua watu wanaweza misuse the program because at the end of the day watu wengi sana wanataka kutoka hii country waende huko. Ni huwezi jua who is who. So saa zingine unaweza kuwa you end up having, you know, somebody getting into the program alafu hata intention yake si sana kwenda shule, but rather just kwenda tu afike huko alafu tu ahepe. So that's also why tumeweka hizo mavikwazo zote. You have to do my exams. Kuna exams zenye unafaa ufanye majima, GRE and prove yourself. Through the process kuingia kwa program. Otherwise we can end up having like all kinds of people.
So do you
we are very picky in the kind of students that we accept into the program.
So fika ofisi.
Sasa Trace, mambo? Habari ya masiku? Wow. Hii ndio place yenye tumehamia This is our new place. Wow. By the way, we just moved to Upper. Like less than a month ago. Tulikuwa huko Thika Road. So this is our new place Upper. We are also trying to rebrand. Because you know, as I told you earlier, the program was wow. This is nice.
Scholars program.
So we were known as the Kenya Airlift program. That's what we've been known all through. But we've had a lot of interest for students who kutoka outside the country. So kama for example, we have students from Togo, tuko na students wa Tanzania, Sierra Leone, Nigerians and all that. they want to get into the program because unajua they find us out there on the internet because they also have nilikuwa naka following huko kwa Facebook like almost like over 100,000 followers. So like all those people follow me.
Yes.
So what we are trying to do is we want to accommodate everybody, Africans. So it's not just about Kenya anymore, but rather a lot of other international students. So that's we just started rebranding the Unaona International Scholars Program ukiangalia hapa. Yeah, and by the way, these are some of our partner universities. Hii ndio nilikuwa nasomea. The office looks nice, man. Tracy, this looks good. Yes. Very nice office. Hii ndio hiyo Indiana. It's one of our partner universities. Kuna Missouri, University of Kentucky, Louisville, South Dakota. Hizi zote. About 25 of them actually. Yes. I think there's some others that are supposed to be
local.
Hapana, za hapa hakuna. So yeah, so see, these are some of the
students.
My graduations. Unaona hapa huko ni US.
Mayolo. Ini train.
And must today too. Hao wote ni beneficiaries by the way.
Oh, amazing.
Nao wote wamegraduate huko Alabama, sijui wapi. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. So yeah, basically what we are trying to do, we are trying to build a community of brilliant talent.
Yes.
Iko majuu. Ameenda huko, namaliza shule, mnapata do huko, you know. Yeah, and then impact the world sasa huko home, kila kitu, you know. That's actually what we are doing. You can imagine all these people and more sasa. Kama saizi tuko about 500. Sasa these are just a few of them. And yet because we visit those universities for graduation.
Oh.
This is just like just a few of them.
So do you like personally manage to attend all their graduations?
Mimi mwenyewe, because the program has become so big. When we started, nilikuwa nafanya hizo vitu, but now we have a big team. The company has grown, by the way. Tuko na 2 offices in Kenya. We have this Nairobi office, alafu tuko na office, our operations hub iko Meru. By the way, naenda Meru leo. Hata kama nimefika leo. Naenda leo. Because we are tumechukua another building, tumefungua another floor office. Yes. A big, actually the Meru office is 3 times as big as this office. That's our operations hub. Uko ndio sasa, because you know mostly our business, all our operations, it's pretty much like online.
Yeah.
Kufanya hizo career meetings with students, trainings, everything. We don't do like physical things. Ajua, you have to leverage technology, especially the internet. So, but hapa by the way, it's just the customer service. Alafu, this is our engineering team. Sapa customer service tu hapa ni client wanataka kukuja, wako na inquiries, wanakuja, wanaulizia about the program and all that. Wanakuwa sorted out. Wako wapi Winnie? Oh, okay. Sasa otherwise mko poa? Nice. Hey, habari zenu? Hey, Grace, mambo? Nice to meet you. Hey, Martin. Vipi? Sasa Peter. Mambo? Nice. Sema Triza. Boaz. Vipi? Naendelea aje? Kwani mko kwa meeting? Sema Aaron. What's going on bana? Najua me, I've been kwa safari. So what has been going on, Aaron, in terms of systems?
In terms of engineering, here I'm working on the completion of the credentials module. I've also worked on the Kenyan application management preparation. I'm trying to performance to ensure the clients are using the test because they can put it in the classroom.
Okay.
Now we direct from KP to
Na Zimbabwe iko poa? Oh, by the way, also we just opened an office in Harare, Zimbabwe.
Harare, Zimbabwe.
Silikwambia also wife yangu anatoka huko.
Oh yeah.
So also we are trying to see how we can also help them, and of course, you know, help other Africans as well. That's actually why we are rebranding to Kenya to more like international thing. So this is our engineering team. So ndio wanakuanga hapa Nairobi, sitakai kuwapeleka huko Meru. But our operation hawataki, wanataka watu wa tech, watu wa tech wanataka kukaa hapa. Yeah, so they are the ones who basically run the show in terms of systems behind the scenes, hizo systems applications and all that, to manage the whole ecosystem ya program.
Nice.
So very smart guys by the way. My engineer hao wote sasa. Yeah, so ndio hapa hapa. This is our manager's office. Na kitchen hapa. And this is my office, huh? Yeah, so this is my office and then
Really occupied you. Unajua mtu wa
unajua sasa siko hapa. So my PA huyu Ken mwenye alikuwa amekuja na gari yangu.
Yes.
So yeye ndiye huwa na manage all the affairs za Kenya. But he's based in Meru, although anakujanga hapa kidogo hapa kwa hii ofisi ya nini ya Nairobi, but mostly he's based in Meru. Unaona si mbaya, it's very nice, ni mandhari ni poa sana
bana. Unaona Nairobi vizuri expressway.
Yeah. So that's really what this is all about. Maybe unaweza kaa hapo chini alafu just maybe for a few minutes to ongea. Kirekodi tu part of just store. Yeah, so
hapa na CEO mwenyewe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you before we you were trying to tell me about maybe dropouts, how you handle the whole thing, how maybe you follow up on them, maybe you mtu aki drop out, maybe alikuwa amechukua hata maybe 2 million, 3 million. How do you get that amount? Now you count it as a loss.
So yeah, you basically count it as a loss. You know, so the businesses, there's always risk. Vitu kama hizo. But like I said, systems huko huwa zinafanya kazi, so not many people really want to do that. But of course, you'll always get one here or there when they can decide not to pay. But you can decide not to pay, you know, the system will catch up with you. Yeah, so again also, you know, because it's unsecured loan, you also factor in the fact that this is a very risky loan. So also the interest is a bit on the, you know, on the higher side as well because it's unsecured. But of course, if you are comparing interest rates za huko na huko, they are way much better than hapa. Na huko interest rates ziko very high. Pewa loan hapa unapewa sijui na percentage ngapi. Yeah, very high. So for example, like because normally we have two components ya loan. Kuna hiyo the big chunk, hiyo huwa tunafinansiwa na our lending partners wa US, yeah, tuition and living expenses, which is like almost to the tune of 50,000 for the first year, another 50, which will be $100,000. That one it's a separate financing, which is not really directly by us, but we basically facilitate the students to get the loans. But now kampuni yangu sasa, what we do we finance directly hii pesa ya kurelocate, hii ya take care of air tickets, visa fees, hizo my exams, GMAT, you know, any medicals that you have to do, all those things to the tune of $5,000. So for that we loan inakuanga interest rate yetu ni kama ya sako tu. It's about 1% per month, reducing balance, which is not really a lot of, haiko very expensive sana loan. Hiyo pande ile ingine ya kusoma, it's between 9% to about 13-14%, depending on, because the way we underwrite, it depends with the program yenye unaenda kufanya. So because the model yenye tunatumia, it's just not like any traditional models. Ni kama unaenda kufanya course yenye ni kali sana, hizo kama maybe unaenda kufanya engineering, artificial sijui what, intelligence, hizo mavitu. So also your risk is a bit lower. So also rate yako ya funding ya loan itakuwa on the lower side. So that's how we are able to manage all these things. But of course there is risk, as you've said there. There's always chances that mtu anaweza chukua loan hata decide hata kukuja huku na utaweza kumpata. You know, it's just like also the banks wenye wana nini, unajua watu huwa wana default sana. So you just have to know that will always happen and be comfortable with that.
So there are people, the way you said, they are smart people. Do you have like maybe a requirement, maybe a requirement in terms of education level?
Kuingia kwa program.
Kuingia kwa program. Maybe high school. Mini primary.
Yeah. So like I told you, we don't really just pick anybody out there on the streets.
Like what I mean is there are people who are smart. You can sit them down. Hawakumaliza shule. They have no certificates high school, but you can sit them down. Wasome na wa enroll.
No, you have to show your credentials at high school. High school will require you to have scored at least a C+ na ukue nayo. So hakuna kusema tujui ili drop out. Well, you know there's those cases, but at the end of the day there's standards that you may set. So in fact actually when we started kitambo hizo 2018 ilikuwa B+. Kama una B+ huwezi ingia kwa program. But with time we started lowering the requirements just to accommodate almost everybody. Because mostly also C+ is usually like the minimum requirement ya kuingia uni hapa Kenya. So we want to maintain the same standards. So kuwe na C+, alafu kuwe na at least a second class division. Inaweza kuwa second lower, but si ile second lower iko karibu na pass, ni second lower yenye iko karibu na second upper. So which translates to a GPA of about 2.8. GPA ni system huwa wanatumia ya grading ya US. Yeah, so those are the kind of requirements when it comes to academic kuingia kwa program. Yeah, but apart from that, also what we also look for is we check also your credit upper. Kama uko kwa CRB na ulipangi madeni, becomes a problem also kuingia kwa program, because at the end of the day I don't want to give you money and then wewe ni mtu hata ulipangi hata kama ni somo moja. By the way, we reject people. Hata unaona mtu mwenye jamaa kona 500 hajailipa 500 tu. Ama hizi zingine zenye household fund watu wamepewa hapa alafu wanakataa kulipa so 5. That takes you to the CRB. Na ukitaka kuingia kwa opportunity kama hii ya kwenda majuu, you can't get in because umekataa kulipa pesa. Yeah, so I always tell Kenyans, bana, you know, we have to be also be very, especially young people, we have to be also very financially responsible, because at the end of the day, once you start growing, you'll need to have a very good credit, history or report. Uweze kupata hata funding, financing and things like those. Yeah, so those are really some of the requirements that we have in the program.
All right.
Yeah.
So you said to enroll, to be a member, you pay
1,100 if you are joining the program as a regular student. So anybody joins the program as a regular student. Regular just basically mean unaingia, unafanya my exam, either the GMAT or GRE. GMAT by the way means Graduate Management Admissions Test. Kama unaenda kufanya course yenye iko domiciled in a business school, you do a GMAT. Kama unaenda kufanya, for example, Master of Science in Business Analytics or Master of Science in Project Management courses kama hizo, you do GMAT. But if you are going to do any other course yenye iko domiciled in a business school, kama unaenda for example Master of Science in Biology or biochemical whatever engineering, you do GRE. GRE means Graduate Records Examination. So if you are joining in as a regular student, you have to do those exams. Our pass mark, hizo exams, it's not very high. Before it used to be very high by the way when we started, but we also lowered it to accommodate a lot of people into the program. So unaweza ukipata tu halfway mark. Kama GMAT, out of 805, you need to get like a 445. Kama ni GRE, it's usually out of 340, you have to get 298, which is very achievable. It's achievable score by most students. Unless we kama uko too lazy, utaki kusoma. Because also we want people who are serious into the program. I can't give you my money kama wewe utajiprove mwenyewe kwa program as a regular student.
Yes.
Yeah, so unaingia kama regular, you pay $1,100, you contribute into the program, because actually that's the money that we use for your relocation. We collect the money in a revolving fund. Then tunatumia to facilitate some tiko, because your process ya kwenda, it's 5,000 would cost you about $5,000, including our consultation fee as a company. So rather than wewe ushinde ukistruggle na $5,000 ya kurelocate, and then on the other hand, you have to figure out all the millions that are needed for your tuition and living expenses, you just contribute 1,100, you get into the program, you do all these exams. Tuko na training poa sana, by the way, everything done online. Kampuni tuko na about 35 employees, both here. Hata kama unaona a few are engineering and all, Meru tuko na most of the people there, and also the US tuko another team there. So you get in, you get trained kwa hizo exam, alafu upite uanze process ya shule, tukuguide everything, to apply schools, upate shule, ukipata hiyo, tukutafutia funding, ukipata funding, we set you up na embassy, when the embassy tukutrain story za visa, then after hapo, ukipata visa, we help you, we finance we get your air tickets, hizo vitu zote, medicals, all those things, accommodation pande ile, ukifika utakaa wapi, because we've created a huge, when you ulikuwa unaona our student wote, we've created a huge community ya students huko, when ukifika venye utapikiwa, yani you don't, basically when you're in a program, you don't really have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
Yani venye utafika huko, kwenye utachukuliwa, kwenye utalala. Yeah, we also organize accommodation within the students wenye tuko nao huko. Unaenda huko tu unakuta mko na maboys wengine tu wa Kenya, na madem of course, na mnachapa tu story kama Kenyans, you cook together, ugali huko. Yani you don't really miss anything. And those are some of the things that you know, when people see us out there, they just see us as a company that is taking people to go and study. But actually there's more than that. You are basically building a community of brilliant talent, people wenye wanaweza saidiana. Tukienda huko bana, ukimaliza ukipata job, au wengine wanakuja tunawaambia venye ulipata, because already tuko na group. So by the way, right now most of our graduates wanafanya job na Amazon. And wanafanya because wengine walipata, so we know who are the recruiters, how did you get the job, hizo vitu zote. So that's how we help each other. Ndio nilikuwa nakwambia, in as much as yes, we are bringing you as a student, we support you throughout the process, hiyo process yote.
Wow.
So that's really how the program works in a nutshell.
So just in case someone has the brains that you require, and they can't raise this money, I know to some level wavido inaleta ni mingi sana, but they can't raise the $1,100. Do you like come through for them, then itakuwa part of the other amount yenye watalipa pamoja? And secondly, someone gets wants to join a university out there, and it's not part of your sponsoring
university partner.
Yes.
So let me answer the first one. So unfortunately, I wish there was not even an amount that someone contributes into the program. But also, like I said, you know, also you want also people, it's not always like everything is for free. I mean, the way life is, you know, there's always, even you as someone who is in business or something, there's a risk that is involved.
Yes.
When you are setting up something, when you know when you're doing something that could potentially benefit you. So that's why there's something there, and because also we need it, because that's the money that actually we use to help those who are relocating. Because I told you that money goes into our revolving fund. Na ndio tunatumia sasa wenye wanaenda, because those guys who are joining, it's not the same number that is leaving every month. We send students in August and January.
Yes.
So people are joining on a daily basis. Kama saa hii maybe mmoja ameingia ama mwingine afternoon like that, they are joining, but they are not leaving at the same time. So you're using that fund and you're gonna contribute to help those who are relocating. So if we had nothing like that, then there will be no hiyo sasa kusaidia wenye wanaenda haingekuwa hapo. So that's really why we need that 1,100. Kama mtu unfortunately there is nothing that we can do, although we do have like a payment plan. You can pay $600 upfront, and then after that 500. And by the way, also we have another option. Kama wewe hutaki kusupportiwa hii relocation and you just want process yako ikuwe faster, uko na do za air ticket, uko na kila kitu ya air ticket and all that, unaweza ingia kama para. We have a para option. You just take care of your own relocation, but you don't have to do all this GMAT, GRE stuff. you move there faster, but we still support you through everything else. It's just that hii pesa ya relocation, hizi my air ticket, hizo vitu zote wewe ndio unajilipia. What was the other question that you asked?
Just in case someone wants to join a university which is not
Not part of the program. We do encourage students to really get into our partner universities, because one of the reasons is most of those universities, there is some way, like I told you, when we reach out to because actually there is like thousands and thousands of universities in the US, like 5,000 probably, over 5,000 actually, 5,000. But we normally look for universities zenye zina offer programs zenye we are interested in, because it's not just any program. We're interested in STEM, and also we are interested in good public or private universities. Okay, because hizo our lending partner on the other side, when wanatupea do, kama wewe unaenda kashule tu ovyo ovyo, haezi to finance, huwezi pata hiyo pesa. So it has to be a good university yenye iko approved na wao. Okay, so that's one thing. Secondly, also, if for example, if the school, let's say, because I get that a lot actually, we get people who want, maybe for example, uko na cousin yako ako Texas, na hatuna shule Texas, unataka tu kwenda Texas. Sisi what we tell you is this, you know, also at the end of the day, ukienda hapo embassy alafu anze kuambia huyo mzungu anakupea visa, anamwambia ati niko na cousin yangu sijui America, Texas wapi, sijui auntie yangu sijui nani, hapo ndio utanyimua visa, because you need to show your ties back to your country. Yes. Okay? Si huko, huku. So the moment you tell the visa officer that uko na familia yako huko Texas, maybe Dallas, Texas, na wewe shule yenye unataka kwenda iko huko because wako huko. Unaona? Sasa interest zako ziko huko, not necessarily because of school. Maybe yes, you could be going to school, but to yeye anaona wewe unataka kwenda hapo ndio ukatalie huko because wako huko. So what we normally advise students is, in as much as you may want to go to any school in the US, just get into the program. Once you get the visa, and once you go on the other side, it's very easy to transfer. Kama unataka kwenda Texas, utaenda tu. Kama unataka kwenda hiyo shule utaenda tu, but kama umeingia kwa program, we can be able to finance you through the schools zenye ziko supported. And unasikia also most of the other schools that zenye tuko nazo zinatufia hizi waivers, you know, we have a very good relationships with them. A lot of our students by the way wako na scholarships. By the way, just to give you some numbers about the program. So far since inception, we've been able to facilitate over 3 billion Kenya shillings.
3 billion?
3B in terms of unsecured student loans. And then also we've been able to facilitate more than 300 million in terms of scholarships and tuition fee waivers and students wetu wanapata through the program and our partner universities. And then also as far as the relocation expenses funding is concerned, hiyo piece ya kurelocate, my air tickets, hizo vitu zote, tume facilitate more than $1 million, which would be more than 100 million Kenya shillings so far. Yeah, so big numbers, and the program is really growing right now, you know, very well, like I told you, for the last 2 years. But initially when we started, it was very, very slow. Like people are not really believing in this. Even now, of course, few instances here and there, we get people, you know, thinking like, you know, oh, these guys, you know, they are scammers or whatever. But some of these things, they don't bother us that much, because at the end of the day, we know what we want. Like we know whatever we are trying to make an impact in the world. And sometimes we get students who come into the program and maybe they are not satisfied for one reason or another. Maybe they get frustrated na visa, mtu ana drop out. And that's also why I always tell students, like, if you really want to get into the program, you better be patient and you better be resilient.
Yeah.
Because me sitaki kuingia kwa program after sasa wewe umeshindwa go through the process. I've had even a case of a student alikuwa ana complain ati tuna set GMAT na GRE exams ikuwe ngumu. Hizo ni exam external.
Yeah.
I have no control of. You have no control of visas, you know. So anakurudishia tu ma frustrations, you know. And the nature of human beings is that mostly you don't blame yourself, you blame the other party. Yeah, so, but it's part of the challenges of our program, but we thank God because we've been able to help a lot of Kenyans, and now that we are expanding beyond the borders of Kenya, we'll be able to support as many students as possible, especially Africans. Yeah.
Nice. So, guys, you already have the physical office. You'll have a number to call direct.
Yeah. So what they can do actually, come on our watch video and you want to get to know about the program, where to find us. First of all, you can go to our website. It's www.kenyaairliftprogram.com. And because of the branding that we are doing, also because we will be transitioning into the International Scholars Program, we expect that to be done, because Simon hizo effort zote za ku rebrand and all that, but we expect to be done by January 1st, officially to move into the International Scholars Program. We already have the website, but ukienda search International Scholars Program on the Google, itakupeleka like we are like on page 5. So we are working out on the SEO. So unajua ma SEO, hizi mavitu za SEO and all that. Yeah, but for now, if you're watching this, go to Kenya Airlift Program, the www.kenyaairliftprogram.com. Program is program.com. You download our handbook. There you'll be able to see all the universities that we have, all the programs that we support, and pretty much everything, how the program works. And then also there's a link there that you can join our Telegram group. You can have so many students, you can have our support team, they can support you, you can ask them questions, they'll be able to answer you. Also, if you want to physically come to us, we are located at the Mirage, Upper Westlands, 8th floor, and Suite 01. Ukiingia tu 8th floor, hizo ofisi zingine ziko hapo tu ni za lawyers, yetu tu ndio iko na hizi vitu za kupeleka watu majuu. Na Mirage iko tu just hapa tu next to GTC. Off Waiyaki Way. So hapo kama uko tunataka by the way kufungua offices across the country, we decided to open our operations hub in Meru, because of course I come from Meru, you know, and charity begins at home. So our operations hub is iko huko. Kama uko Mount Kenya region, unaweza enda kwa hiyo ofisi usotiwe hapo. But kama uko Nairobi or any other place, tutakuwa hapa. We intend to open an office in Eldoret very soon, Kisumu as well, and Kisii, and most likely Mombasa baadaye. So as we grow. But for now, hizo ndizo offices zenye tuko nazo hapa Kenya. The other office is in Zimbabwe, because we just expanded the program into those other regions. And then of course we have an office in the US, which I don't believe those who are in Kenya would really call the US, but we normally get calls on the other side, maybe when you have families who call, they want to inquire more. We are based in Tampa, Florida.
Florida.
Yeah, man.
So, thank you so much, Mr.
Thanks, bro.
B.O.B.
Thanks.
For your amazing time.
Yeah.
And if you are watching, guys, and you think you have the qualifications that Mr. Bob has said, you are so much welcome to the Kenya Airlift program.
Yep.
Yes. Tupepe pamoja.
Absolutely.
Ndio hiyo.
Mkuje huko bana, mkuje Amerika, nionyeshe, mkuje muangalie venye.
The African tukule sembe omena.
Ndio, huko. And by the way, ukikuja Amerika bana, kuja huko, kuja Florida. Kutembeze.
I will come.
Tuende Miami.
I was in Atlanta, I was in Washington. I've been to New York. I've been to nimekuwa kwa cities kadhaa.
Next
just
time
doing stand up this time nataka nikuje nizuru.
Next time wewe jaribu kuja Florida bana.
Courtesy of the Airlift.
Kuja huko, I'll take care of you.
Yes.
Nakupeleka huko kwa beach, kila kitu, nice places, you see how things work there. Bana, and we have a good time.
I will. Thank you so much.
Thanks, bro. Asanteni sana bana.
The good thing you are doing kwa vijana.
Thanks.
Amazing.
Thank you.